Hey, today we're going to talk about how to create a fork in the road. Never again are you going to have a client or a prospect, I should say, drag on with multiple, countless numbers of appointments only to never become a customer of your firm. That ends today because we're going to create a fork in the road on the second appointment.
This is The Rare Advisor, proud to be a part of the Advisor Advancement Network and home of a business model supercharged by recurring and repeatable events. Your host is Mike Walters, CEO of USA Financial. He is an investment advisor representative of and securities are offered through USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Hey, welcome to the Rare Advisor. And I don't know if you caught my previous edition of Rare, but I was excited to announce that I just completed this free report. It's a business report for financial advisors. It's got well over 30 pages of content. It's titled Advisor's 12-Step Reset for Predictable Growth, Value, and Lifestyle. It's a 12-step process that I've uncovered and discovered over 35 plus years in this industry. It will take you through a journey that will generate a predictable practice, as we like to say here, as well as automated revenue and lifetime rewards. So it's a great opportunity for you to get this. We don't have websites set up for it or anything else. The only way you can get this right now is by sending me an email. Send it to mwalters@usafinancial.com. Be sure in the headline to write 12 steps so I don't see it as junk and just delete it. Put in 12 steps in the headline and I will send out to you this report. With that said, we also talked on the previous edition of Rare about adding tangibility to your intangible practice. And one of the ways to do that is through systems and processes, to list them out, to name them as if they're like on a menu, and to then have something that an investor, a consumer, a prospect can kind of wrap their mind around and create a tangible environment inside of this intangible industry. And one of the most important spots to do this is with your appointment process. You should have a true process for appointments. Don't just willy-nilly it. Don't just glad hands, slap backs, shake hands and smile and hope that eventually somebody's going to do business with you. Walk them through a process. And most importantly, that process needs to also have some form of, sorry, I got to turn my pen on here, needs to have some form of call to action, most specifically, what I would call a fork in the road. So Yogi Berra very famously said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. We want to create a fork in the road, and we do that here on the second appointment. Now, you need to determine what's going to work best for you. This just happens to be how we like to run appointments. We have a pre-appointment step, a first appointment step, second, third, fourth, and then literally bringing them in with the welcoming process. And that kicks off a whole nother process for welcoming in the new clients. But by having this, I now can create agendas off of this. The clients know that here we are in the first appointment, and then here's the agenda of things that we're going to hit today. And now here we are in the second appointment, and here's the agenda. And as I mentioned, I'm going to create a fork in the road at the end of the second appointment. So I know that these clients are either going to become a client of the firm because they will benefit from the systems, the processes, and what it is that we do, or they're going to walk away and talk nicely about me, but I'm not going to waste any more time with them. I'm not going to have marathon sets of appointments with someone who's never going to become a client of the firm. So we take care of that right there at the second appointment. That's huge. And then from there, we start getting into design. We're not selling products and performance. We're selling the philosophies and the planning, because if they adhere to my planning process, I can weather any kind of performance storm that might come at me. If I sell performance, I'm going to die by the same sword. I'm going to die by performance. So very important to have yourself workflows built all over your business. And this is a primary one because it is how you bring clients into your firm.
This information is for licensed financial professionals only and is not intended for use in soliciting sales from the public. The views expressed represent the opinions of the presenter or their featured guest, not necessarily those of USA Financial or its affiliated subsidiaries. Industry references are generic and not intended to represent actions or beliefs of any individual or entity. Content is only presented to illustrate general principles, beliefs, or ideas and should not be construed as legal or regulatory advice. Trademark and copyright protected. USA Financial and Affiliates.